yours truly. And also, I'm waiting for Michelle Quick, all the way from Denmark. So, you guys, thank you so much. If you are logging in from LinkedIn, I truly appreciate it. And if you are, oh, she is, I see her in the studio now. If you are joining us, oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, I'm having
Where
some
is your
trouble
Where
with my
is your
camera.
video? I would love to
I'm
see your face.
I'm having some trouble with my camera.
Oh, okay. That's okay. We'll wait. But guys, thank you so much for joining in. We'll start promptly in about 4 more minutes. I know you guys are very excited. This is a
Now the
topic
sound's
where just
gone.
people kind of
Why
like,
is the sound
oh
gone?
my goodness. All right, I'm gonna lower it down. This music in the
Can you hear me?
background. Good morning, guys.
Can you hear me?
I am here with Michelle Quick, all the
Can
way
you
from
hear?
Denmark. So we're just waiting for her to turn on her camera. And I kind of like this column, because this column gives you a little. Okay, you're gonna go back log in again. All right, guys, give us about 3.5 minutes. Go grab your coffee. Go grab anything, any kind of beverage. Your favorite beverages. I just wanting to let you guys know I got my pistachio today, but it got swapped with this other lady's Americano, and I don't drink Americano. I took a sip and I go like, this doesn't taste like pistachio. I had to go back in, and of course the baristas were waiting for me and said, "Yeah, you took the wrong one." Well, you guys told me it was under this name. I use my son's name every time I go to. I use somebody else's name, by the way. I don't use my real name. That's another topic to talk about, situational awareness. But yeah, I don't give out my name, obviously, when it comes to, but somebody said no who I am and everything, but I just give another name, and then it says Brian, and then it was Ryan. It's like, I sit there and sit there, stand there and stand there. It's like, okay, where's my coffee? Where's my latte? Anyway, and I grabbed the wrong one. They gave me the wrong one. It was for Amanda. I can't believe that. Alrighty. I don't know how many of you are here. I'm trying to log into my LinkedIn right now. But yeah, give us oh, it's already 11:01. All right, guys, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome here. I'm just waiting for Michelle to get here. She is the expert in discussing this conversation. It'll be so quick today. Yeah, that's her last name. We're gonna try to cover this and hold your horses. Hold on a minute. Is she here yet? All right. While we're waiting for her, for Michelle, quick, I would love to ask you a one or two questions. I know you guys. First of all, thank you. Thank you so much for sending us, submitting those questions, and Michelle and I were looking at them. So thank you. And a lot of these questions are kind of. Hold on. Let me turn this down. The music in the background. Hold on a minute. Hang on, guys. Yeah, Michelle and I were looking at your questions that were submitted to us, and a lot of them are repetition, which is good. Michelle, I see her here. She was here earlier, and then she logged off. And yes, how are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Just turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, it's because it's from my phone. I think my computer is dying.
That's okay. Good to see you. Okay, I can turn up from my end. That's all right. I can turn it up from my end. So how are you? I was entertaining these people. I don't know how many are watching right now. I try to log into my LinkedIn. I think 11. We can do better than that, guys. Come on. I was about to ask two things. I was saying hello to them, and we're gonna officially say welcome to them. But I want to make known that we did receive the questions, and then they're pretty much repetition. The questions are about the same. So we're going to try to take top three. We're just going to mention, I don't know if Michelle and I are going to be up to answering them, but we're going to try to keep it real. But this is something that you guys are going to be not what you're thinking about, right? Nope. So hold your horses. Hold your horses. First of all, I want to welcome my beautiful bestest friend from all the way from Denmark. And this show, as you already know, was born out of the Dare and Quick from last year in December when we did the annual Dare and Quick celebration award. So yeah, go ahead, Michelle. How are you?
Hey! Keeping it real. So, but you're right. This is not going to be what I've seen people have been commenting.
Wow,
and not to disappoint anyone.
Right?
And I think that the best of you out there knows the thing called clickbait. So let's keep it really short about the answer to the question.
Okay.
Happy people do have sex, but it's not the question we're going to ask. It's do happy no, I had it in my head before and then my computer died, so bear over. This is keeping it real because sometimes things happen and you just need to go on. I'm just a little bit flustered, but anyway. You don't have to have sex to be happy. Exactly. And you don't get more happy if you have sex. Of course, it contributes to your life if you want it to.
All right.
It's about having things in your life that you want to, but you're not going to have things, and here it comes, if you don't plan for them.
So planning is more what I'm hearing from Michelle. But guys, let me just go ahead and officially welcome you guys. There will be 12 live episodes in this, what we call Keeping It Real. It's home for a live talk show with me, yours truly, Nicky Dare. If you haven't known me, who I am, I've been floating around in cyberspace lately, in the last 3 years, actually. It's a new thing for me to be floating around in cyberspace here on the internet, www. And so, yeah, go follow us. And this is Michelle Quick, all the way from Denmark. Go check her out on LinkedIn, presenting some, we call it quirky, promiscuous, because we thought it is, and some topics that we've been really putting off to talk about. So again, there will be 12 live episodes covering topics such as relationships, finance, even though that we're not a financial experts and everything, but this is something that from the lens of perspective from us, right? So it's all about, I hate to say this, like opinion space, but it's something that we want to just kind of like, hey, we want to share our perspectives in the lens of, business professionals and things like that, and business, obviously, and leadership and more. So welcome, everybody. I am here with Michelle Quick, all the way from Denmark. And my name is Nicky Dare, like I said, in case you don't know who we are or what we do. Go ahead and check us out on LinkedIn. And I want to start off the show with some disclaimers. It's important, Michelle, that we want to say this right out loud. And the disclaimer is that, I mean, I don't know about you. We did receive a lot of emails. From my part, DMs here on LinkedIn, and then just, countless a DM asking me if I was like an expert. No, I'm not. I'm not even a sex educator expert. So I'm not an expert in this.
But so I am. And that's
yeah, that's right. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Not a lot of people know that, but I do have an education. I'm a sexologist. And as I told you, because you and I have been going back and forth about this program and talking about what are we going to have in, because there has been all these questions. And yes. As I told you, and I'm sure that you people out there know, and if you don't know, maybe we should do another program about it, but we can start now, and this episode will never stop if we have to answer all questions about sex.
Exactly. So yeah, that's not the show is all about, like answering all of those questions, that countless of questions that we had received, right? But I just want to make it clear that I'm not. Michelle's going to take over in a lot of these areas, but I think she and I had prior conversations regarding this. It's like, how are we going to shape it? How are we going to strategize this kind of question, delivering this, keeping it real, obviously, because that's what we promised you guys that we were going to do, right? So I just want to make it crystal clear. I'm not an expert on this. Michelle is. Not trying to be, never will be. I don't.
And there are things that there's a lot of things that I don't know. So I'm an expert in my field.
And Michelle, we don't talk about this a lot, and this tie into the relationships, whether it is business, not the sex part. I'm talking about what you were perspective in the planning part, the happiness part, in a bigger spectrum of what we're trying to say here with you guys. All right. So we just want to bring some light on this virtual community. Obviously, I mean, we know what's going on out there. You and I both know this. A lot of massive layoffs. A lot of people are going to be glued on the internet and things like that, and trying to find some light and trying to find answers to what's next and everything. So we just want to be part of that journey with you guys, okay? And it's not really specifics that, hey, are you happy with your sex life? Are you happy? Are happy people having sex? No. So Michelle, if you want to introduce yourself and then also go right into the subject. I know that we want to kind of trim down the schedule today, just because we have a lot of things to do as well. Go ahead, Michelle.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say something that you didn't say, because you are so modest. You actually have a new book out, don't you?
Yes, I do. I'm going to put it on the computer. Hold on a minute. Thank you for saying that.
Everybody listen here. If Nicky has a new book out, you definitely need to get it, because this woman, she is the Miss Queen of writing books that actually give people meaning. So go and check it out. And I know she wouldn't say it herself, but so I'm saying it, okay?
Guys, thank you so much. And then Michelle, I love you so much for saying these things. Yes, guys, I just want to take about half a minute in this. I know you are in the clubhouse and say, yeah, but she said half a minute. She's going to run over to 5 minute time zone. But yeah, it's Kaizen. And I wanted to bring back the concept of Kaizen, guys, to really introduce this business concept to our generation, to us. I know many of you had said to me earlier, I mean, not earlier, but recently, when I did some on the clubhouse, when I did some rooms in the clubhouse, like I do have a club, by the way, called Kaizen with Nicky Dare and in the clubhouse. And then people just don't know what it is. So I'd love to reintroduce this concept. And it is very, very critical right now, especially timely right now, because everything is really downsized. Everything is reorganized. Everything is everything. Right now is a time when change is so constant. So adaptation and then utilizing the right things that has worked in the past, and then perhaps re-engineer that to the future. How is it going to be sustainable success to the future for us in business landscape and things like that? I think it's worth taking a look at. The Kindle is available also at paperback. And yes, I will be making the official announcement. The book is out already on Amazon. Yes, I will be discussing more with other business professionals. And also I'm inviting Michelle to this kind of conversation. Yes, it affects to all aspects in your personal life. So thank you. That's all I'm going to say. That's 60 seconds, 30 seconds. Go ahead. Let's get back to the show. Check it out.
and actually it's perfect with the topic today, because Kaizen is also doing a little thing and planning a little all the time. That's part of Kaizen too. I've been working actually with Kaizen for the theory with my company also the last 10 years. So it's fate that actually that brought us together, isn't it?
It's always a crossroad. I talk about that in the on the book, because I've been yearning to reintroduce this Kaizen since 2020. Actually, it is born out of the roadmap to sustainability. You've been a great panel speakers for most of the roadmap global roundtables, Michelle, and talk about the health aspect of it, right? The well-being health aspect, because you're an expert in that. You know, I've been wanting to have a follow-up, like a book, like a forum, like a book, right? What are the thoughts? What are the perspectives? So I figured by saying that sustainable success, and then by saying that it's an ecosystemic approach to life, I think it's just nailed it, because it is a crossroad. What's happening currently in the world globally. And I think, you know, by stepping back, you know, and then say, let's go back to basics, guys. The world is overwhelmed right now. You know, customer service is declining. The quality of customer service declining. Why? Because we cut back. Big companies are cutting back. Big companies are cutting back to people. People are the basic foundation of your business, of your organization, right? You know, you cannot look at a profit all the time, right? Because this is something that we need to look at as a business owner, entrepreneur. You know, I'm not talking solopreneurs, I'm talking entrepreneurs, companies that have multiple locations, companies that have generate, you know, millions of dollar revenue. And then, hey, guys, if you're CEO, if you're a quality assurance manager, directors in manufacturing, please take a look at this book. Please take a look at least, you know, if you don't have the money for $15, I can give you for free because it has a lot of call to action. It's a lot of call to actions from my perspective, personal perspectives that I collected research and data from what has happened in the past. And also I collate some information, compile information, what's happening, what had globally in the global companies that have utilized Kaizen approach in their business strategy, and it has worked. So let's do this together. Exactly. Let's do this together, guys. And then let's create a community where business owners, you know, how are we going towards the future for our business landscape? You know, some of this approach, Japanese terminology, kaizen, which is change, right? Good change, continuous improvement. It has worked. It's working. Big companies. I'm not going to say it here in our show, but I'm going to have a book club pretty soon. Again, I'm going to reignite that. And then we got to talk about that, guys, because it is important. So take a look at the book. Let's get on the show.
So, but the show is about this. It is about planning. It is about how can we be happy in our lives without planning. There are some people who are happy in just, waking up in the morning and going by the flow.
Yeah.
But I sorry, and this is where it becomes real. I think that's bull. That's a load of crap, because you have planned in some way. You have planned that you are not going to do anything that day. So you have planned that you're going to sleep in. You're going to do, yeah, but we plan. This is what we do. Our cognitive minds, we make pictures so our mind will plan. But if we need to get something done, we need to put it in a planning calendar or in writing it down and so on and so on, because that is, if we don't do that, we won't get anything done.
That's
and of
true.
course, and if the plan is to not get anything done, yeah, but you still have a plan. You planned to not do anything. So regarding being happy, now if it's going to be a little bit about sex, it's also going to be a little bit about relationship, and it's all certainly a lot about how you treat your business and the balance between family, relationship, and business. And I don't know about everyone else, but I really effed up a lot of times when I when
It's true.
yeah, it's true. When I get really focused on my passion, loving to help people, being online, sitting and writing something for you all to read, I forget my husband.
Right?
Really, he's just not there, because I'm so I always use my phone and I sit there and I write and I write and I write, and he's there, and I can sense him somewhere, in the force. But anyway, and 2020 and 21, I was so much on all the time on LinkedIn and speeches and everything, so I forgot. And our relationship actually hurt. It wasn't good, because I was not planning. We were not planning to have time together. I was only planning to be here for you guys.
So I'm hearing a lot of things in there, Michelle. First of all,
Yeah.
thank you for your being open. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability. First of all,
Keeping
right?
it real, right?
You're being real. I think, honestly, I think it's happening around the world. I mean, I was on the phone a couple of days ago with one of my mentors, and then he was saying something like, a lot of people are going through a lot in the last 3 years. I mean, we're significantly 2020, 2021, 2022. Here we are, 2023, fresh page, right? Fresh new year. We're talking about this because we want to talk about this. How are we addressing this? Okay, life lessons. What have you learned? Lessons learned, guys. Lesson learned. Okay, so we've got the failures, we got the challenges, we got the setbacks, obstacles. Now, let's write all that down. How are we going to transform all of those challenges into our strength, right? Through our strength, into opportunities, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're talking about. First of all, happiness is not a destination. It is a journey, right? It's always a journey, right? So that's why when I did my roadmap to sustainability, I say roadmap is the navigating, is part of the journey, is an action, right? If we're not doing it, like you said, we don't feel like getting up, and then we wake up, and then it's almost like Are we optimizing our day? Are we optimizing, what's been planned? That's why whiteboards, I have 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the big one is up here. I've been writing it since 2020 when I sat down here, starting to sit down here because I don't have an office anymore, right? We all do. We got to change, right? Adapt to all of this environmentally and everything like that, that changes physically. And then so I write down on the what do you call this, on the whiteboard, and then yeah, shit happens every day. Shit happens. It could take one phone call that was a dub phone call, and then it derail the rest of your day. It happens to me all the time. I don't know how many times I've had emergency situations. My son, for example, my husband too. A couple of times. So I mean, it kind of like, okay, no, that's not one day, Nikki. That's 1 week you're gone AWOL. That's 1 month. But guys, you ask yourself, you pause and you ask, what is your priority? Does it relate what you said, balance, to your business, balance to your, is it worth making your money out there and then catering to your customer client when somebody is really ill at home? I mean, I turn off distractions. I don't know about you. I turn off distractions. How many distractions do you have in your life every day? Write them all freaking down and then work from there. And how you're going to improve yourself. Write that down, the distractions. And then you're going to say, hey, you know what? This is not going to bring me happiness. This is not going to bring me that optimization in my life. Today, you've got that 16 hours of your waking hours to get shit done. The 8 hours, hopefully you sleep. Because I've been getting 8-9 hours of sleep. Thank you. No, I don't take shit. I don't take drugs. I don't take, sleeping pills. I don't take any of that shit, guys. Naturally. Yes, we all have sleeping problems, guys, because what we think up here. Turn off your distractions. But anyway, go ahead, Michelle. Sorry about that.
And it's a very important point that you're making. Write the stuff down that is in your life that is taking too much of your time. Again, going back to the planning, you need to be aware of what you're not supposed to do. You need to be aware of what you don't want in your life.
Yep.
If you start, it's not about focusing on what you don't like, because if we can all go into the rabbit hole about nagging, being negative, saying, oh, yeah, it's not about that. It's about being mindful and focus and say, okay, I don't want this in my life. I don't want this in my life. Is this contributing to my health or to my happiness? Write it down. Look at it. Be mindful. Keep it, get it out of your head, because if it's in your head, you're not thinking about it and it's there. It's just stealing your time. Get it out of the way, because then you can actually start focusing on what you really want in your life. Am I there yet? Not quite. I actually just took about 2-3 months away from LinkedIn. I've been there a few times. Nikki, you and I have been talking about this. Yeah. I literally just dropped off the face of the earth. Regarding media, yeah, we had our show in December. Of course, I was on there. We needed to do our Christmas show, but it's about sometimes getting quiet, reflecting, and focusing on what is important. And no, I'm not saying that we should do it all the time, but you can't hear anything if there's constantly noise.
Yep.
You need so you need to plan that quiet time. You need to plan when you make a plan in your business. Guys, if you want success, you need to plan for it, or else you just plan to fail.
It's true. Very true. But going back to happiness is something that is not something really like pre-made or ready-made, right? Dalai Lama, let me pull out the quote in his, he said, it comes from your own actions. So with that own actions, have to be very mindful about it. Just not taking just action, but you gotta have to be calculated risk actions, right? I think I'm hearing a lot of things from what you just said. I'm liking it. But there's 3 questions. I know people are asking me questions about this.
Yeah. Let's get them in before we're finished.
Let's pick some questions here, but it's up to you if you want to answer this. But
Okay.
I think it's very redundant. I'm gonna pull out three, the first top three that. Okay, so it says, how often do you have sex, or can you be happy without having sex or partnership? Who is matter most in having sex, man or woman? I think the question she meant was like, who really affects having sex or not having sex, man or woman. But I'm gonna leave it up to you to answer this. But all this what you
yeah.
just said, though. Go ahead.
First of all, health-wise, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or man. You need to have sex. If you're having sex with yourself alone, that's okay. If you have a partner to do it with, that's okay. But it literally takes time of your age. So women out there, if you think that it's only your nice cream or what you need to be anti-aging, nope, you need sex too. So, and the men also, it's healthy. It keeps your gut and your everything alive. That out of the way. What was the next question?
Oh, I was looking at some text message. All right, so yeah, great point. How can you be happy without having sex? Of course. Can you be happy with that? Absolutely, because happiness is what you create.
Exactly.
What do you
It's
think?
about, yeah,
No,
yeah,
just
of course.
to answer
Yeah,
that.
but a lot of people. I think if we ask some of the monks and who are praying a lot and having sabbaticals, and I think they're pretty happy. Life is not just about having sex. It contributes to it, and you can also be happy without having sex. But it's up to the person itself. What's important to you? Because it's not about me sitting here and saying, if you're not happy, it's because you need to have more sex. No, I'm not saying that. It's far greater than that. So a question like that is, you have to go in yourself and feel what is important for you if it's regarding the sex question. But if you feel like that you're not happy in your life, you need to look at all the things that you are doing in your life, not just sex.
That's true. I love it. I love it. So can we all tie it in back again to what we're talking about?
No more sex questions?
My virgin ears.
But it is actually an important topic, because about a relationship is a lot of things. What about the relationship with where either the woman or the man is don't have feeling in the under and are not able to actually feel pleasure in the what you might call it, the normal way. Are they less happy? I'm
Right.
sure they're not. It doesn't make a relationship. It contributes to a relationship. So sex is a funny thing. Sometimes when I studied, we sometimes said people are more afraid about talking about sex than they are about talking about God.
I think that's true. It's a true statement. I can understand that. In some cultures and
Yeah.
religious, religion background, cultures. I can't name some of the countries that you guys already know this. Uh, not to get in political on this, but in some countries are taboo to talk about it, right? Not even like on the internet when everybody go live, everybody can hear and it's all recorded. But can I share with you one thing that stood out to me, an example? And I thought that was just promiscuous about it. I was asked, I was working, I don't know, 2 decades ago, a decade ago, I was working with this teen people. I was a little bit younger, obviously. And I had a corporate lunch, and, the division team that we had, it was just a small, bunch of people, like, I don't know, less than 10 maybe. And then one of the coworkers approached me, and then she said, "It's a she," and she said that, Nikki, you're so enthusiastic, you're so like energetic, full of energy when you come to work, and then by 1, 2 o'clock we're all up, and then you're still like up and about. It's like, what's your secret? And then they looked at me. I think I just turned. I cannot give up the 40, all right. 16 years ago. I just turned that age, and I turned around. I find it amusing to be asked that way, right? Because I'm just bubbly. I'm just, people call me like a happy-go-lucky kind of person. But those who know me very well, be careful, because she does have 20 eyes, not just this and naive, right? But anyway, besides the point, that. Besides the point, I find it amusing. So I kind of like my first immediate reaction. I didn't get like insulted or anything like that. Of course not. I just turned around and asked her, "You want to know the answer? My short answer? Sex." That was that. Everybody was so fucking quiet. Damn, girl. And I said, "Look, okay, you don't have to be." I mean, some people, bubbliness and everything, it comes natural. You don't smoke your pot. You don't. I'm not into that. Sorry, I don't smoke pot. Maybe this. Maybe this.
I'm on this today. Vodka straight, no ice. No.
Oh my god. Pistachio latte.
No, it's water. It's water.
Pistachio latte. But anyway, that was that. I mean, you just have to be happy internally. You just have to be carry yourself to lead that by example, right? Because when you go to an office, you go to your work, people will notice that. People will notice your enthusiasm, right? There's not like 365 days minus 12, 12, weeks or whatever. 12. I'm sorry, 2 weeks that you go on vacation, whatever. I don't know how many weeks of the year, calendar year that you're working. There's not a perfect day every day. That's okay. You know, you go down, bad mood or something like that. Something happens. It's okay. You're permitted to feel that way. You don't have to give anybody explanation for it. But seeking the internal validation in you, it's so important. And I remember one thing too. I want to share this with you, Michelle. I want to share this with you. The reference letter that I received from one of the directors, right, at that time was, I can't believe it. I think I have it still in my reference letters when I was working corporate. And he would say something like, blah, 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 Nikki, la, 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 you know how they do. One sentence that really stood out, and I always remember, he said something that Nikki always bring the great energy and permeates to the entire room. Guys, it's so important to carry that everywhere you go, not just to workplace, especially now, right? When I don't know how many of you are working hybrid or working remote. They cannot see your expression, only like in Zoom, whatever that you guys are using platform or phone call. They can see and detect that happiness in you, that energy, because we're all made of energy. Okay, we are. I mean, it is a flowing, it's a natural state of that. And if you can get it, if you can get that, and then wear it inside you, with you, it's really, really, it can shine, guys. I mean, enough of that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go ramble.
No, but I think it's an important point here in the last minutes or so of our show today, and finishing up. It's very important that we recognize that we don't always have good days, and we're not supposed to, because we cannot see the light if we don't have the day. And yin and yang is only good together because they are different. And this is life. It's about, I remember I was on the show with Inga, I think it was last year, where we talked about contrast. It is about the contrast, but again, getting back to the planning, things that you if you plan every day, not to the T, not every hour. You need to have some things planned, and then you have to have time set aside for things just to happen also. But for example, when are you going to eat? What are you going to eat? When are you going to exercise? Where are you going to exercise? When are you going to have sex? This is the only show we're going to name sex this much, okay? So, yeah, be here or be square. But anyway,
Ask my mother. I don't even drink. Ask my mother. I don't even smoke.
but no, it's not always easy. But it, like today, um, we have planned this for a while. There have been so much chaos in our lives.
Oh God.
And yeah, oh my God. And that's
I
not
was gonna intro this. I was gonna include it in our introduction about what's going on. Take it forward.
it's going to take way too long. And the important thing is that because we planned this show, the show must go on, and we are here, and we're alive, and we're smiling, and we're literally having fun. This is not an act, because when Nicky and we go on, we are like this. We are bubbly.
We
But when
giggle. My giggles are natural, by the way. I don't put any additives or preservatives.
Exactly. But we still planned it. We had a topic. We knew it was going to happen. Everything else can be filled in, but we have to have something planned. And now we're having fun. So we literally plan to have fun. And guys, if you want to have that job you wish for, if you want to have that business that you want, if you want to have the place that you want to live, you still need to make a plan. Does the plan sometimes divide? Not divide. Go the way that you want to. Of course, life is not a straight line. A straight line means that you're dead. Beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
Exactly. And life is like this. And it goes like this, like your heart. And when your heart pumps a lot, it goes a lot like this.
Progression is not linear, basically.
Exactly. Life is about things happening. It's about contrast, making those decisions. The contrast makes you focus. Nicky, you've heard me talk about this before on sustainability. It makes you focus. It makes you make the decisions that you wouldn't have if everything was hunky-dory. We don't need hunky-dory all the time. Out of the last 2 years, I know a lot of people have suffered, but a lot of people have also come out on the other side and are coming on out wiser, stronger, and more engaged, and with different perspectives on life. We need to have that and take that into account.
There's
And
no
that was
blueprint.
mind. No, that's not.
Great insights. There's no blueprint of anything. There's no blueprint for, they didn't teach us in school how to become successful. They didn't teach us how to manage money, manage our relationship, manage everything. It comes with the experience. It comes with the learning lessons learned, which called failures, sometimes part of the failures, right? Setback, challenges, and everything. So I think this is a great. There is a quote that I was going to share with you guys. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life. The whole aim of happiness and the end of human existence is by Aristotle. This is a great, great, great thing. Yeah, it's a great quote to go by because, the sex part, I'm not going back there, that conversation, because I'm not an expert in that. It's just a one little molecule for that. We're talking about, Michelle and I, if you don't get it by now, it's trying to focus more on the happiness part of it. The happiness part of it is the bigger chunk of this topic, is what you need to validate inside you yourself. And it's a choice, we can't, not just having sex, dopamine and all of these things, if it's not that, it's like drinking your alcohol or smoking your pot or having more sex with different partners or something like that. That's bullshit. So that's a negative, right? So finding it and convert all of that into a positive dopamine. Some of it is exercise. Some of it is journaling, meditation. All of these things are also, giving you. I don't know about you, going outdoors. That's also giving me the rush to be happy, right? I mean,
Exactly.
that's like, I don't know. I mean, name me some that you think of.
Doing, but you've said it already. I gardening
Right.
and working out and
Working
writing,
out. Mhm.
painting, being creative. Take a workshop you haven't done before. Dancing. There's a lot
Learn
of different.
language. Learn new language.
Exactly. There's a lot of different things out there. Actually, I did last year 30 videos. They are on my YouTube channel. I will put a link in afterwards. 30 small videos, mostly 2 minutes, them all. I think there's 1 6 minutes about mental health, and that's also about being happy. So, but Nikki, we have three
We are
minutes
coming to
left.
conclusion. Yeah, I want to just fill it in with what is it that you were doing, because you and I talked about this already last December, about your. Are you still giving out that free, or is there another follow up workshop that you're giving out? Because I want to talk about that, because we understand there's a lot of people are being
Yeah.
laid off recently, and probably in the verge of getting laid off soon,
Yeah.
and then trying to find a career path, and then redirection or
Yeah.
direction or things like that. You're in this. Go ahead.
Yes, I did my free coaching. There actually was people there, but anyway, the show must go on. What what could go wrong did go wrong. So, but we had a blast. The people that were on, and I am going to reschedule another one. So, what is it about? It's about because people they got the text wrong. I said I had written out of a job and it's free coaching. So all the people who were in or have a job, they didn't think that it was interesting for them. But this is for everyone. It's for you who have a job. Maybe you know someone who's out of a job, or maybe you need a refresher on how you actually lift your spirit and get a new perspective on life. So this is more like a perspective shift coaching, and I'm giving it free because I really love doing this. And it's not supposed to. I make money on lots of other things. Don't worry about me. But I really love this. I get a kick out of it, and I'm certainly going to find a new date. It's not there yet. As I
How
said,
many hours? How long?
how long?
Yeah.
It's the show, the
No,
coaching,
the coaching.
an hour.
1 hour. Okay, so one
Yeah.
hour. Okay.
And the thing is that I really need people to have the camera on when I'm doing it, because
Oh, yeah.
it's an interactive coaching where
Right.
you need. Last time people didn't have the camera on because I didn't make it clear enough. It was my fault. But it is an interactive, and for you to really get value out of it, you need to have your camera on.
Yeah.
This is my pay. I get to see you.
Right. It's a
Actually, yeah,
respect kind of thing. It's one of those.
exactly.
What do you call that? Ay, ay, ay. Like it's expected. Like
Exactly. And
what
I
is it
do
called? I
respect,
forget.
yeah, and I do respect the Muslim cultures that if you don't want to be seen without your hijab and everything, but make sure you have it on and be there, because it's for everyone. It's for all cultures, all religion, and it's only about shifting the perspective. And I've been doing this for a long time, so I do promise you, you are going to feel a shift.
Okay, good. I am so glad that you did that, Michelle, because whenever and whatever Michelle and I are saying that we're gonna do it. We always do it. We always like think about these ideas and then we implement it right on the spot, right?
Yeah. And sometimes afterwards I go, Did I really say that?
Yeah,
But anyway,
so that's why we're having accountability also rapport on this something this 2023. Yeah. So guys, we're gonna conclude this show. We do apologize for cutting it short today, but we want to announce the next topic, and then we don't have the date yet, right? Or do we?
the date for the next show, now
February.
my phone is there, but it's going to be one of the
Third week?
last days in February. So
Third week?
one of the last days in February.
What day?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have my calendar right now.
Yeah. Well, you know what, guys? Shortly after this, later on today, we'll go ahead and post the invitation on LinkedIn. So you guys need to follow me, myself, Nicky Dare on LinkedIn, and also Michelle Quick. Hello. That's the best way to do it. If you are listening on YouTube, listening on Twitter, listening to whatever, and then somewhere in the railroad, Alaska, somewhere mountain, if you have Wi-Fi up there, please do follow us on LinkedIn. We're not shy about that. And the topic on February, because we promised there's going to be 12 topics throughout the year, and we're keeping it real. We're keeping it simple. It is about business, not just about sex. Layoff, adapting to new style. That's what we're maybe, I don't know yet. Michelle and I haven't really confirmed this yet. I myself personally want to talk about how is your relationship with money, because that's important. It's almost tax season coming up. So by February, usually I file my taxes in the first week of February every year. So, it'll be still fresh in my mind. Hopefully I'll take some notes from talking to my CPA and all of that. I'm going to ask him some questions and intelligent questions, although I'm not an expert in that area as well, finances. But we wanted just to share with you our experiences and what we think it is, in a keeping it real kind of format. What do you think, Michelle? Do you want to say that and confirm
I
it?
love it. I love it. You did. We did have some conversations about that, and it's tax season, and the most important thing, and I think that the show should be about is your relationship to money. What
I
is
think
your
so.
relationship?
How is your relationship with money?
Yeah.
Investing in your development, professional development, growth, or is it more like spending and everything? Especially now these days, we gotta have to budget everything. Do you save for emergency? For your business and for yourself, for your family, for your home. I mean, all of these things, you guys, it's a self-awareness kind of thing. So I think it's a reminder, if we all can get into this little community, that live show format like this one, hopefully that more people will come in and more people can weigh in and submit your questions. Yes, submit your questions to us, either to Michelle on LinkedIn and her DM, or myself on back of my DM. And before I forget, I really want to thank you, each one of you. If you're listening, if you're listening now or listening later to this recorded video, I want to say thank you. I am so overwhelmed of all of the DMs that each one of you from December 30th, before midnight, all the way until today. Still, this is already the end of January, still congratulating me on my work anniversary. So thank you so much. I cannot go. I can't. I stop. Like, I mean, oh my God, this is like hours to say thank you. So I just said thank you to each one of you. So you guys are not forgotten. I want to thank you to each one of you who DM me in the back and then, send all these kind words to me. I saw it. I glanced through it. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And so, the next topic is already okay with you. Then it's up to Michelle. I mean, I'm here just for the ride.
Love you.
I love you too.
Yeah. But it's the perfect topic, because how do you feel about money? What is your relationship?
Okay, so I got something like, what are the top 5 financial concerns for your business today, or for or how to manage your finances as a busy professional? We want to know, and then I can, then we can just kind of weigh into that. How's your relationship with money? How is it?
Yeah, and the important thing is also, again, there are 1,000 different ways about managing money, and not to make the program and the show go a couple of hours, because I think there's just as much to say about finance and how you finance your money as there is about saying about sex. So it's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, it's
Yes.
going to be real, and it's going to be
Giggling.
for you.
Right. So, guys, we're already on top of the hour. I can't believe time flies when we're having so much done and so much fun. So, thank you so much once again. Don't forget again to follow Michelle Quick. She is just a lovely, lovely human, and she's been my accountability. In the background partner as well. I mean, she's there all the time, even though that we have a huge time difference. I'm in LA, and Michelle is all the way in Denmark. And I just want to say thank you so very much. And you caught me off guard about my book that just got released. So thank you so much for pushing me on the ass to say it. Kick my ass and just Nikki, announce the damn thing. I literally just finished completed my book, last week, and then submitted to Amazon. Amazon released it. So I am so happy, you guys. Please do check out Michelle. And then, what is your next workshop? I'm gonna share this with you guys. What is your next workshop?
I haven't set a date yet, but I'm going to.
Okay, so that's the book, guys. Go ahead and check it out. Like I said, I'll make an official announcement on LinkedIn, but that's about it that I'm going to share with you guys, the Kaizen. There is a landing page, of course, but it's outdated. And there is a second book already that's coming out later this week. What is this today? Monday? So yeah, it should be published. It took a while for me to publish it, but I do have it ready already. Just a lot of setbacks last year. I couldn't even begin to tell you.
It's coming out at the perfect time, Nikki. People need it right now, and there is always the perfect time, and this is the perfect time that you are coming with this book.
I really appreciate you. I really do appreciate you, because I felt like, oh my God, 2022 is already ended, and there are two books that I haven't published yet. So I really sat down in January, in December, and then I sat down after my birthday, and I'm going like, God, I didn't do the book yet. I got so upset myself. I sat down and I start writing it down, what I want to accomplish, like step by step. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is a topic. And I try to publish it, and I did. So it's like,
you planned. Okay. Yeah, exactly, and that is perfect for the show today. You didn't make a plan, and then you made a plan.
Plans change, yeah.
Exactly. So on that note, let's let's say that when you plan, you get things done, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But if things doesn't happen when you expect them to, it's not because you did something wrong. It's because time has decided that there's a better moment for you to do what you have planned.
And here's the secret, guys. Energy. Time is also energy.
Exactly.
So I'll follow the time. And Michelle, thank you so much for saying that to me, because I did follow the time. I go, yeah. I'm going in, no matter what setbacks that I'm going to head in again, because I did. Last week I did. And it was like, after I complete my book, and it happened again, call 911. 3 hours later, literally 3 hours later, I had to call 911. I'm so glad that I finished the book, even though that I had to proofread it and things like that, a little bit, minor adjustment, but that's okay. I did the biggest part already, getting it done. But yeah, guys, is follow the time, follow the energy. What energy? Because this world is full of energy. It's the energy that really gonna make a difference in propelling forward to your success. And then I just wish you a productive week this week. And Michelle and I are wishing you the best in your whatever that you're doing right now. I know that there's a lot of circumstances that we are detecting. I mean, the whole world here is still facing a lot of challenges, and we're part of it too as well. We're enduring that together, right? There's no blueprint in this. That's why social media and in this virtual community and everything is the best forum for us to learn from each other. How can we better ourselves? Some are seasoned, some are still, still, what's the right word for it? Learning, right? Learning, but not to say that we're all experts in everything. Of course not. I'm not. I'm learning. I'm almost 6 decades here in my age, and I'm still learning. I still want to learn about the metaverse. I still want to learn about the Web 3.0. I still want to learn about all these things, space. Um, I'm always curious about all of that stuff. So, guys, our message today: happiness is not a destination; it's a journey. And seek internal. Don't ever seek what's out there. Turn off the distraction to get shit done. Turn off the distraction. Just, if you have a problem of turning off the distraction, follow this. Jot down all of the things that distract you. And then from that point, work from there. Yeah, these are the things that distract me that you think. I cannot tell you what it is, right? And then work from there, improve yourself every day using the Kaizen approach. Small steps, incremental steps, continuous improvement. Yes, it does work in your personal life. Go grab a copy. And I am working, and I'm already finalizing. It's just a little minor adjustment on the second book. It's been floating around in booksandcourses.nickydare.com. I haven't published it yet, but that is a fun book, by the way. That is a fun book about Kaizen. But this one is more like serious. It's got a lot of call to actions. And I wish you the best. I wish you a productive week this week. Michelle?
Yeah, but I don't have anything to add. You said it perfectly. And check out Nicky Dare's landing page and her wonderful YouTube channel. Check out my YouTube channel.
Yes.
That's Your Future You. Now,
What is it called?
Your Future You. I know I've been mixing it up. I've been calling it a lot of different things. So this is also keeping it real. That's for another show. So now it's Your Future You, and I'm going to put a link in the comments so you don't have
Yes,
to figure out where it is. Okay?
please. All right, we're going to wrap it all up. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Monday. This is a great start. Tomorrow, is it tomorrow already? February, or in a couple of days? Are we 31 or 31st? Oh, okay, in a couple of days. All right, in less than 48 hours, we're going to be stepping into February, guys. Can you believe that? February 2023. Now, in March, I will be having a semi, not huge, but like event, okay? So follow us, and I'll be talking about it next time. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. Bye. Keep it real.